Is that why you were so successful in so many different weight classes? Or was that a product more of like opportunities that you had in front of you that you had to maneuver through those classes?
It's tough, like if you're asking my ego, I would say that it's probably a lot of stupidity, and overconfidence. But if you're asking me, the martial artist, yeah, I don't know. As a kid, even when I was doing martial arts, but this was probably more when I had gone more towards soccer and tennis and stuff like that. The hardcore sports. I was a very fearful kid. Like I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of dreams about getting in fights, and I'm sure we've all been there, and not being effective. Right, of like hitting someone in a fight in a dream, and like nothing happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am completely incapable to defend myself. So those were big time fears. And I knew eventually I had to address that. And when I discovered jujitsu, this was my opportunity to kind of remedy that. So I think I took it, maybe too far in some cases, like my back hurts because, Royce Gracie had defeated guys that were 260 pounds. Like I should be training with that guy that's 300 pounds. Be like, yeah, come on over. Let's train. So I would always relish a challenge, no matter who it was. And I think a lot of my career could be defined by entering into things very early. From getting my purple belt in like a year and a half, and then competing in the Pan Ams, like I think a month later at purple belt, it was like, man, okay, here you go. Here's the guy that's been training for like 8 years, who's a purple belt, and you're only training a year and a half. Like, have fun with that. So now I didn't always get the results that I wanted. I had some success, but it also forced me to learn way faster than I would have. So it forced me to be in an environment where, I'd faced a lot of guys that were much more experienced than me. And the same thing in the UFC. I think, I had maybe 3 fights or 4 fights, and I was already on the Ultimate Fighter, and I was fighting at 185 pounds when I was really like 170 pounds. It pushed me to be better quicker, and I had to figure things out way quicker.